Hey everyone, it's Ivan with kitbadger.com, out here for our first look. Something new from UltraDyne as well as SKD Tactical. We'll go ahead and start with these from SKD Tactical. If you're unfamiliar, I've reviewed them in the past. They make a number of different gloves. These right here, they're PIG cold weather gloves, patrol incident gear. They also have like their alphas, their deltas, special collaborations like the Press Check Assault gloves, and now they have these, which H.A.G standing for High Altitude Glove Cold Weather for parachutists. I'm not a parachutist, but I do spend time in cold weather. Ipso facto, I'm gonna give these a try. And so these right here, I'm actually wearing. These are their cold weather gloves, and these are their high altitude gloves / cold weather. And just like straight off the bat, looking at differences, there's definitely a lot more grip in the palm than these, and these also go up further, like not fully gauntleted, but definitely go up further. Also have Velcro and like be able to get that tighter. So I don't know, I imagine they're largely the same, but having not tried them and being in the business of trying things, dang, it's cold out, I'll give these guys a go. One thing I do appreciate about like all their cold weather is this terry cloth like nose wipe part, which is really nice out in the cold. These, nice, are sized the same. I say that because sometimes, I'm gonna go up higher. Sometimes you'll end up with a product from the same company and all of a sudden it's different. You're like, dang it. Happens with shoes sometimes, which is a drag. But these are not warm right now, but they will hopefully warm up. So yeah, well, I'm giving these a go. But on to UltraDyne. If you saw a video I did a while ago, I did a video on a pretty cool product by UltraDyne. Basically a set of backup iron sights, folding, and they use essentially a peep sight within a peep sight, which, as I understand, has actually been around for a while for like Olympic shooting and stuff, like super bullseye stuff. I mean, part of it is just the reason that they use peep sights in military applications, because your eye is drawn to the middle of a circle. So you have two circles that your eye is drawn to, and you put whatever you want to hit in the middle of the, well, both circles, I guess. But they actually make a bunch of stuff. And some things they recently came out with is, I want to say a Remington 700 like chassis. So you can drop a barrel of action in, and then this here. This right here is their UltraDyne Carbon Tripod. Let's see if I have enough dexterity with these gloves. Ta-da! It's a tripod. And one, yeah, carbon fiber tripod. Something that I think is interesting that you don't usually see on shooting tripods is this centerpiece that goes up and down, which, yeah, like I said, interesting. Haven't usually see it on like photography tripods, stuff like that. But two different heads it looks like. So this one right here is their Orbital ball head, I believe. Find out in a second. Cool. That's clever. So one of the things that I find interesting with this setup is the way you basically adjust the ball head. Usually, like for example with camera tripods and things like that, you'll adjust it with like a knob sticking out the side or something along those lines. Whereas this, it's this piece right here, which is going to sit underneath your rifle. And I imagine, one, I'm gonna have to tighten that down later because I don't have a crescent wrench right now, but I imagine this will actually be really handy as far as hand placement already when you're shooting. And then this other ball head, or not ball head, but head for it, if it's what I'm pretty sure it is, should be pretty cool. Nice. So ARCA Rail, basically like that. Basically, think about it like a huge dovetail. So you can put stuff in there, lock on, clamp on super tight. And this will go inside of this, but it itself is basically, man, my hands are still cold. I don't know if these gloves are rated for 5 degrees Fahrenheit, but that's where we're at. And so this you can basically lock down in this ARCA once you actually lock it down, and then you have this clamp. So the ability to use any gun regardless of if it actually has ARCA on the bottom of it or not, and yeah, ARs, whatever, or like old wood stock guns, anything, be able to throw it in there, clamp it in, and create a really steady shooting position. So we'll go ahead, actually have something that will go into ARCA, so we'll give this guy a go in a second. For today's gun, we'll shoot this guy right here. Pretty awesome, by Gray Birch. And since we're civilized, we'll go ahead and shoot suppressed. Also, so I don't have to put on your pro bonus. If I can not drop this in the snow and never find it till spring. So far, so good. And this guy, which is the El Camino by Q. Be quiet can. Have a mag jammed up already. No idea if it's subs or supers. We will find out in a moment. Huh, that's pretty cool. About right there. I just have a cardboard dipstick down there. I'm not sure exactly how many yards, but go ahead and shoot a little group with this thing. See what we get. Apparently supers. Go see what we did down there. Not my very best work, but basically working with a little chevron inside that red dot. I definitely know that gun's capable more. Who knows what kind of ammo that was. But since I have an otherwise clean target, yeah, swap optics and get some good ammo. And yeah, kind of try and get a better optic zeroed on that. I obviously need more scope for this gun. So let's do this thing. How about this little guy? Let's see where that is. I need to adjust the comb height. And probably like to pull a little bit too, but we'll put it on there. This is actually a Arken, one of the old EP4, 4-16, which got a tool in here somewhere. Should be pretty fun. I actually want to try shooting this gun in one of the like long range 22 competitions. Should be pretty sweet. So bias this guy forward, And using our fix-it sticks with torque limiter, get this guy on here. Get another bit to adjust this other stuff and yeah, do some shooting. Where I got probably need to adjust this again for length of pull when my boys want to come shoot it, but that should be good for now. So I'll go ahead and get some. It's going to take me a while to figure that out. So to my left basically loosens it, and then back to the right tightens it. All right, go get some bullets. Before I shoot this next round, we will take advantage of shooting on tripods. Shorten this guy up. Still can't get away from a Pelican case as a camera case because it lets me do stuff like this with it. All right, this time we have 5 rounds of that SK match. Let's see what we can do. Definitely cleaned up some. We'll go look at it, and I do need to make some adjustments. Come back right a little and up a little. Right here was my first shot. Came over 2 mils, came over 5 mils. Well, total 5 mils, 3 more. And then down here I just shot those. So I'm gonna come right and up a tiny bit and try and refine, honestly, that crosshair in here. Like there's a lot of space. Try and refine it more and hopefully clean that group up a little bit and see what we get. All right, it's probably gonna be my last 5-shot group. I'll just check the temp. It's 3 degrees out. It's kind of cold. So, see what we can do. Not my very best work. Did I mention it's cold? And right here, my last 5 shots. I'm sure the gun and ammo can do better. Just not me right now when it's 3 degrees out apparently. But that's what I got. Initial thoughts. 1, these gloves, they work well, especially the touch capacitive. Are they 3-degree gloves? No, not really, not unless you're active. What I was doing was not very active. Thoughts on this setup. I actually really like this ball head. It's pretty neat. Being able to just adjust it right up here where chances are your hand probably already is. And eventually I'll use that clamp, which will be really nice for guns that don't have an ARCA. Overall, I think tripods are awesome. They allow you to create shooting positions where otherwise you would not be able to. And whether like you're sitting in snow where you would not want or be able to prone out, or oftentimes hunting, like almost never you're like, oh, let me just go ahead and prone out, use this bipod. There's pretty much always stuff, whether it's foliage, things like that in the way. So tripods let you get up. And then of course, competition side, I know they get used a lot. I will say, even though it took me a minute to figure this out, this right here, where you slide it and then go, that's actually really nice. Sometimes they'll push in or pull out, push in, which is a pain, especially with gloves. These can do it without gloves, or with gloves on rather. But as I put in more time with all of this stuff, I'll end up bringing you guys a full review. And as always, thanks for joining us at kitbadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.